Hello, lovely people. Welcome to our last game of the day on track 1, I believe.
It is indeed.
We are about to see London Roller Derby play Devon Roller Derby for the bronze medal, I believe this is.
It is.
Is that right?
For the coppery, bronzy goodness.
Yes. It's one of those things. I looked at it before I started and then just started to speak. I was like, oh, I've forgotten everything.
Words are gone.
What are words? It's been a long weekend here in Stoke of Roller Derby. Let me give you a quick rundown of our teams coming up. So, in the green for Devon Roller Derby, we have 0, Smooks, 1-3, Posh, 1-3-0, Casey Crusham, 1981, Northern Lass. They've started early, I'm going to carry on. 26, Axel Toes, 269, T-Breaks, 275, Whippity Split, 317, Curse T, 55, Sandy Surfwax, 6, Salcatraz, 73, Escate, 81, Hot Blocking Beats, 84, Dirty Ballerina, 87, Kimmy Crusher, 97, Storm Chaser.
And I will give you a rundown of London Battersea Power at the next available point, because we do have Fizz as your lead jammer for London as that jam ends. And I will run that down for you quickly now. 0115 is Zip Hazard, 066 is Cherry, 112 is Fletcher, 117 is Jessasaurus, 120 is Fizz, 134 is Lil Leezy, 14 is Hot Hunter, 150 is their Captain Snatch, 1984 is Vengeance, 314 is Pie and Smash, 333 is Joe Commotion, 355 is Pandemonium, 5 is Block Nez Monster, 62 is Beta Parker, and 66 is Boudica.
And speaking of Beta Parker, she is jamming for London Roller Derby against Whippity Split. That's pleasing to say. Whippity Split. Whippity Split. And Whippity Split is your lead jammer for this second jam of the game. Beta Parker finds a way out the front there, sprinting round.
First penalty of the game going to Cherry, picking up a multiplayer block.
Speedy call off there.
Whippity Split calling it there.
Just a couple of skaters, both on their own team, just sort of very tightly entangled, going, oh, right, this is fine, we're all good.
Hugs, not shoves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So lining up, we have Joe Commotion up against Casey Crusham. Joe Commotion is one of the top 10 jammers in Tier 3 East.
Nice.
Yeah, so there you go. Fun facts.
No pressure, Joe.
No pressure, but some pressure. Oh, and that is something going to
believe that
forearms?
is a back block.
Yeah.
Cuts.
I thought I heard cut, and then I thought I saw a forearm. Basically, Joe Commotion has a penalty.
Yes.
We'll find out what it is.
It is a cut.
At a later point. Casey Crusham is your lead jammer coming around now on a scoring pass.
Crusham's getting really stuck into the middle of the pack there.
Yeah. It's interesting. This is what we saw earlier watching London play, is that when there's sort of 2 or 3 of them on track, they're great. Like, they've clearly trained a lot in pairs and free walls. And as soon as all 4 of them are on track, it's like they get slightly alarmed and they're like, there's so many of us, what do we do? It's like they get overexcited. Which is, I think, is the thing. It can be a training focus thing. I know we've done it with training focus. We both hang out and hassle with East Midlands.
Yeah.
Where you go, we're going to train in 3, we're going to train 2s, we're going to train so that we're fine when someone's in the box.
Yeah.
But sometimes it turns out you have to train with all 4 blockers, because sometimes you do have all 4 blockers and it's a lovely treat.
Just, you know what? Treat yourselves.
Yeah.
Have a full pack.
Have a full pack as a little treat.
Yeah. Just a little. My gift to you, skaters, is a full pack.
Yeah.
We are just going to take a brief official timeout.
Looks like it.
Jamref's just heading over to our score table.
Some points checking, and I think waiting for both our medics to be available. Just doing an important bit of double checking. Obviously, any chance of an injury you should check out, but especially you only get one brain, you only get one head. Concussion is important to be. I was going to say overcautious. That's the wrong word. It's a correct amount of caution. It's like you can't have a phobia of an axe-wielding murderer, because that's a reasonable fear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the correct amount of caution for head injuries.
Joe Commotion released from the box picks up lead jammer status.
hot blocking beats, looking for the spaces, just gets taken off to the outfield, resets themselves, and is looking once again for that space. Joe already through the pack on a scoring pass.
Yeah, that was a lovely bit of blocking from, I didn't quite see their number, but one of the Devon blockers did a lovely job. Whoever you were, well done. I think it was Sandy Surfmax.
Definitely heard Sandy's name being mentioned quite a lot by our in-house announcers this weekend.
Yes, Sandy has been a blocking force to be reckoned with.
Love to hear the blockers getting props.
Oh, yeah. Nice stuff there, just that pair of Devon blockers. And again, that is Sandy Surfmax and Storm Chaser. Just going, well, there's only two of us, but we'll do it anyway.
We'll make it work.
We block strong. Hot blocking beats off to the penalty box on a cut track penalty, so that will be a power start to London Battersea.
And they're also going to have that pack advantage. 4 blockers plays 2. We've got Dirty Ballerina and Curse T in the penalty box for Devon.
London opting to put out Fizz to take this power start. And that will be the full 30-second power start.
Fizz making short work of that depleted pack from Devon.
Absolutely. Oh, nice to see. I think there's Black 1-4 Hop Hunter coming in, getting ready for a bit of offensive blocking. Same thing there from Pie and Smash, just getting there, getting ready, like, I've got you. I'll make a gap for you.
However, Fizz has picked up a cut. It's going to take a seat in the box, and it looks like it will be a full penalty, as Hot Blocking Beats had already been released from the box.
Yeah, that's a decent penalty kill from Devon, with only 2 blockers on track for a large majority of it, to have only passed up 4 points to Fizz.
Yeah, Fizz has been absolutely on form this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Fizz also, of course, has been playing this season for Dorset Men's Roller Derby.
Yes.
And who we've had to deal with at East Midlands Open Roller Derby. Just such a force to be reckoned with as a jammer.
Delightful. And we have had a Star Pass. Star Pass going off to Esgate.
Fizz back on track and through the pack so quickly.
Oh, Esgate going for the outside line there, but didn't quite find that space, and runs off, has to recycle all the way back. Massive recycle going on there by those London blockers. But now Devon, and this is what I've really enjoyed this weekend, is Devon do some really good offensive blocking. They go, okay, we've done as much as we can in terms of holding the other jammer, we'll get our jammer out.
Yeah.
And they reform really nicely, just like this.
A really nice, swift switch between defense and offense.
So nice. Looks like London will be starting with 1 blocker in the box. Is that their pivot? Or is that just stickers?
Just stickers.
Stickers that look like a stripe. That is going to be Pie and Smash sat in our penalty box. Whippity Split up against 112 is, I can read numbers or not.
Looks
Fletcher.
Like Fletcher, yeah.
It would really help if I looked at the correct side of my score here. It was going, there's no 112 here. That's because you're looking at Devon.
Whippity Split comes out as your lead jammer as Fletcher takes a spill to the infield.
Oh, recycle there on Fletcher. Looks like one of Devon trying to, and successfully does, pull that cut. So this is now a power jam to Devon Roller Derby, which 22 points down is exactly what they need. Whippity Split, little look at the bench, little look at the box, goes, do I call it? Do I carry on? Whippity Split. Bouncy in the back of the pack there, trying to find a way through. And some, again, really nice offensive blocking, breaking up those London blockers so that Whippity Split just has to deal with one at a time.
Yeah. And again, the speedy reform, even though there's no opposing jammer on track at the moment. just kind of goes to show the quality of the drilling.
It's great track awareness that they've gone, oh yeah, we can see the other jammer standing, everyone get together. Sorry, Wimpton Split, you are on your own for a bit because we've got to hang on to that jammer.
Yeah.
But it's worked really nicely, that big recycle, massive run back there by 317, is that?
Kirsty.
Which means that they're trapping Fletcher on that initial, giving Wimpton Split time to try and make another pass.
So that is with Fletcher through on that initial completed.
And then again, Sandy Surfwax. Lovely bit of offensive blocking going, okay, that's fine. We've had to let go of the jammer, time to get our jammer out.
Yeah.
Smashy, smashy.
12-point jam for Devon brings us to within a 10-point differential, 22 to 32 in favour of London. Pandemonium picking up a cut at the end of that jam means that Devon will have the pack advantage, 4 blockers to 3. Just going to take a brief official timeout.
I love an official timeout. Just looks like our scorekeepers need to double check with our jammer refs what their points are, make sure they've got it right. And it is currently a 10-point game. Whew.
Still incredibly low scoring, given that we're 9.5 minutes in.
Extremely low scoring.
Especially if you compare it to some of the scorelines we've had so far this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I made some notes. So
I love some notes.
Devon coming into this game having won 4 of their 5 games in the main season, and then they won 1 yesterday, lost 1 this morning. And London completely unbeaten until their earlier game against Big Bucks High Rollers this season, which was also a very tight, very low scoring, very tactical game.
Yes.
Very tense to watch as well. Goodness me. If you're joining us over here and not watching track 2 while we're just in this official timeout, I'll just let you know that on track 2 the current score is 130 to 130 with 6 and a bit minutes left in the half. Goodness me.
That's between Wiltshire Roller Derby and Bristol Roller Derby. Both teams who have had an absolutely phenomenal weekend.
They really have. So that's
good grief.
Obviously, stay right here with us, but maybe in the half time, just flick over and have a look at that. That has been a hell of a game.
Wow.
They've been having a great time.
We're having a good time.
Good times all around.
Yeah. Just, I mean, that's where we are. This is the Five Nations Roller Derby playoffs.
Yep.
This is the creme de la creme, if you will.
Yes, the peak of Great British Roller Derby. And indeed Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Yes, that is right.
Yeah.
I was like, because Belfast and Dublin aren't here at playoffs this year, but Belfast and Northern Ireland.
Yeah. Well, we've had Dublin representation in the form of our good man Jugger.
This is very true. Yeah, we had our lovely visiting Dublin announcer. People all over the shop.
Jam is on, and that is going to be Joker Motion zipping out of the pack to pick up lead.
Yeah.
Casey Crusham is also out and giving chase.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, Joker Motion in their last game had something like a 75-80% lead average across the whole game. Wow. And looking to uphold that again. 4 more points there for London Roller Derby, eking that, no, my bad, 3 points, eking that lead out just a tiny bit more. But a 13-point lead isn't something I would relax with.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we've seen 15, 20, 24. I believe there was a 32-point jam in the Bronze Juniors game this morning.
The Juniors this morning managed a 32-point jam. I think 24 is the highest we've seen from the grown-up side. But it's very doable, and Hot Blocking Beats might be the one to do it on coming around on their scoring pass now, having gained lead jammer status. Peter Parker having trouble with those. Oh, really nice blocking there from that pivot. I think is Sandy Surfwax. I detract myself in the middle of a thought because I was excited by the blocking.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I often interrupt myself. Big hit from 317, Kirsty.
Nice.
Having a fantastic game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be intrigued to see if that takeoff was enough to prevent points for the jammer there from London.
Looks like it might have been. I think it was. 26 plays 35, which is a 9-point difference. 9 points. Oh, lovely bit of footwork there on the inside line coming in from T-breaks.
Devon even eking their way back into this. Oh, big hit. T-breaks onto the shoulder there of 134 Lil Lisi.
Yeah. And Fizz is our current lead jammer. Looking to get some points back on the board for London Roller Derby. And that is going to be 4 points. Interestingly, so far, London have had 4 jams they didn't score in. Devon have had 3, so pretty evenly matched. Fizz now on a second scoring pass, whilst T-breaks is having a bit of a tough time, but the pivot's coming in, getting in position, doing the little wave going, give me the hat. Oh, so very close there for T-breaks.
Nice block from Blockhead's Monster. Kudos to T-breaks for trying the old one hand down, but just couldn't maintain that inbound status.
When it works, it looks so incredibly cool, but it's really difficult. Big 12-point jam there for London Roller Derby, really opening out that lead. And we're informed that so far, London have had lead 5 times and lost it once, and Devon have had lead 4 times. That's nice. The flat track stats predictor for this game was 91% to 90 for a London win. And so far, I wouldn't have said this was a 90-10 split.
No.
Which is nice. It's much more fun when it's like this.
Yeah. Let's break the brackets.
Break them all. There goes Fletcher with the lead jammer for London. And about half a track behind comes Whippity Split. London losing a pivot to the box, opting to call it off as Whippity Split comes in to score.
Boudica joining Zip Hazard in the penalty box. So it's going to be a micro pack for London on track.
Yep. Who are they going to put out to do with it? They're going to send out Joker Motion. Just getting a little something coming in there from their 2 blockers going, I got you, mate.
Little pep talk.
We'll try. But also, there's only 2 of us. Ooh. Casey Cresham takes a tumble, hops back up, and is
Joker Motion heading to the penalty box.
Ooh.
I believe that is for a direction.
I believe so. Yeah. Illegal contact of some description.
Yeah.
So a power jam now to Devon Roller Derby, and a fairly major pack advantage, which is just what Devon want. See again, lovely bit of offensive blocking there. Just everyone piled in and went, no, you can't run our jam. We're back. There's 3 of us. We'll stop you.
Devon calling the jam there.
Yeah.
Not quite quick enough to freeze Joe into the penalty box.
Trying for the power start, didn't quite get it in time.
Yeah.
But they're still starting with that pack advantage. London now sending out number 62, Beta Parker, to jam once again. Oh, everyone's on the floor. Everyone's taking a tumble.
Hot blocking Beats just looking to take out the whole pack.
Yeah. Hot blocking Beats has gone fine. I'll just pass the star. Possibly hasn't realised that Beta Parker didn't already have lead. Possibly just went, I'm going for getting the star out above everything else.
I'm going rogue.
It does work sometimes. I've seen a star pass right off the line, which was amazingly effective because the pivot just sprinted away and was scoring points long before the other jammer got out.
There you go. Nope, that's a penalty. My mistake.
Looked like it, but it does mean that Hot Blocking Beats is going to have to fight her own way out. Sandy Surfwax picks up a direction penalty.
Meanwhile, Beta Parker is laying on the laps.
Peter Parker just cruising around, looking to build up that point differential. Oh, nice work there by Kirsty and Storm Chaser.
Penalties starting to thicken out a bit for London. London currently on 13 versus Devon's 5. They are spread quite evenly across the board, though. We've got 4 skaters who have no penalties. Everyone else has 1, with 2 skaters having 2.
Nice. We've got Fizz back out for London Roller Derby. Fizz responsible for 32 of those 61 points that London have had so far.
But right now it's T-Breaks who is your lead jammer for Devon and is absolutely racing.
Yeah. The noise you can hear on the microphone potentially is the end of the other game.
Just waiting for the official final score.
Meanwhile, on our track, T-Breaks calls it off after picking up a quick 4 points. Lining up, we have got Whippity Split up against Fletcher.
Just to let you know, we can confirm that official final score. Bristol Roller Derby 134, Wiltshire Roller Derby are your winners with 138. Absolutely incredible.
Wiltshire bringing everyone to a stress peak this weekend.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Meanwhile, back on this track, we have Fletcher as your lead jammer for London, just spinning around that wall of Devonshire blockers to pick up some points, calling the jam and holding Devon scoreless.
Yeah, nice play. Do shout out in the Discord if you're watching at home.
28-point differential as we move into Jam 15, 65 to London, 37 to Devon. Joe Commotion and Casey Crusham as Joe picks up lead. Empty penalty for box for the first time in a little while.
Yeah. Don't jinx it.
I apologise.
Casey Crusham looking for a way out, struggling to find it. That very sturdy tripod of London blockers there has just settled in. Currently piloted by 134 Lil Leezy. But there goes Casey Crusham on their initial pass, coming around now on a scoring pass. And is that going to force the call off? Looks like it is. Was there any more points on the board for London Roller Derby? It looks like it was just another 3. Oh, another 2. I can do numbers. Yeah, 4 and 2 is 6.
Yeah.
I can't count. It's been a long weekend.
It's been such a long weekend.
So much roller derby.
And you've driven here and back each day, haven't you?
Yep, I made bad choices. But on the other hand, I get to see my cats, so, you know, it's a trade-off.
Yeah. It's one thing I am really looking forward to getting home. My cats.
Yeah, good old cats. Vengeance now jamming up against Hot Blocking Beats. Vengeance, a high rotation jammer in the earlier game.
And then Vengeance has picked up lead.
Yeah.
First time jamming in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct. We have just had that note from lovely producer Painbow to tell us first time Vengeance has been out.
That is a very spread out pack.
It is. Look at that. Just look at that lovely tripod of goodness of Devon. As I said, Cherry smashed it apart. Nice work, Cherry.
She's good at that.
Great at that.
Oh, that's a palindrome.
Oh, it is.
37 to Devon, 73 to London.
If it was the other way around, it would be Leet, but it's not. Oh, that's a reference for anyone of about our age. Kids, ask your parents what Leet speak is.
Yeah. Parents, we're sorry if we've made you feel old. But, you know, this is the life we're living as well.
We're all old. Oh, bit of a pilot there. Fizz comes out on top as lead jammer, while T-Breaks is recycled back. Oh, it's spin, a pirouetting spin manoeuvre going on there. Fizz now on a scoring pass. Sort of pinballs off those Devon blockers. Oh. Just when you least expect it, your own jammer comes through going, get out of my way.
T-Breaks also pinballing off those Devon jammers.
Yes.
Devon blockers.
If you stand in the way of the jammers, you're going to get bounced off. It doesn't matter who they jam for.
Yeah, it's perfectly legal to hit your own players.
It is. As long as you know you're not doing it too egregiously, unsafely.
Within the realms of the rules.
Yeah.
You know.
Within reason.
Yeah.
I was going to say, unless you're off track, but that now just sounds like I'm advocating violence. I'm not advocating violence.
We're not.
I'm advocating lovingly punching your friends in the shoulder when it's their birthday.
Yeah.
But only off track.
Yeah.
Oh, whippity split up against Fletcher. I believe that is Fletcher who is responsible for very nearly half. No, it's Fizz. I can't read numbers. Fizz is responsible for a full half of London's current points.
Jam just got pulled there.
I think everyone got excited and called it off.
Yeah.
We are now into an official timeout, so...
I believe the jam may have been called for injury. I can see our medics heading over to the bench.
Looks like it might have been.
So we're going to take a few moments to ensure that everybody is okay. As always, the safety and well-being of our skaters, officials and volunteers is always at the front and foremost of our concerns.
Absolutely is. Now into a team timeout as our lovely medics head back towards their bench. And in the genuinely, I think this now peaks as the most embarrassing roller derby injury I've ever had. I had to visit our lovely medics after the London game because I produced so hard I sprained my thumb. I was gripping the pen really, really tightly, and then I was like, ow, my thumb clipped. Can you take me up? And they very kindly didn't actually laugh in my face, because they should have.
You announced, you didn't check yourself before you wrecked yourself. That's what happened.
I did not. It was a silly moment. I think that's coming above the time where I tripped over my own feet and grazed my shin.
But now you see, when you say it like that, it sounds like, it just sounds kind of silly, but that graze was immense.
It was. And I mean, it was on skates. I was skating very fast. I tripped over my own skates. I skidded on a very hot sports hall floor and left my shin behind.
It wasn't nice, friends.
It was a bad graze.
And it took a long time to heal.
So long to heal because it was awkward and quite a big graze, but it was like, oh my god, you got a roller derby injury. I was like, yep, I fell off my feet. It sucks. Also responsible for the time I've done the most like sort of stereotypical James Bond thing in my life was it then got slightly infected, and in my infinite wisdom in a dive bar in Reykjavik I decided to clean it out by just slapping a handful of alcohol hand gel on it and getting on with my night.
It's incredible.
Do not recommend that.
No.
Really hurts.
Learn from our mistakes, kids.
Yeah. Go and see our medics. Don't just slap alcohol hand gel onto it and hope for the best.
I think our producer may be severely disappointed in us.
We've broken Painbow. Sorry, Painbow.
It's always impressive.
I make good choices.
Somebody who may be making good choices is our jammer Joe Commotion and Casey Crusham. Joe is lead. No, it's not. Yep, is lead.
Is lead.
Yeah.
Was knocked out, sensibly recycled back around to be on the safe side, whilst Casey Crusham went zoop, which I believe is the technical term.
Yeah.
And got out first, forcing that call off. So no points for anyone. Devon now have been held scoreless for 6 jams in a row. That is impressive work from London.
London also currently with a pack disadvantage. 2 blockers in the penalty box.
They do seem to like that penalty box. I wonder if there's biscuits in there. They want to go and hang out with our lovely NSO Gaston.
No one provides biscuits in the box like Gaston.
Exactly. box skins. Doesn't quite work, does it?
I mean, I'm here for it.
Peter Parker is your lead jammer about a track, a full track. Ooh, went for a jump. Didn't quite land it, recycled back ahead of Hot Blocking Beats. Devon with the pack disadvantage, but still managing to be everywhere all of the time.
It's just very fast.
It's so fast.
I was borderline concerned at the speed at which Peter Parker came around the track.
It's going to go zoom, I think is the technical term there.
Yes, yeah. That's as I understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I have jammed once in my life and got hit very hard, and then I haven't played again since because it scared me. But if I was a jammer, I would make like Formula 1 car noises on my way around.
So we've got multiple people in the penalty box. We have 2 people in the penalty box, 1 from each team.
In out, shake it all about. Looks like that is going to be another Devon blocker off for a sit down in the penalty box. Posh switching places with Dirty Ballerina as the jam is called.
Whippity split and Fletcher up to jam. 3-on-3 pack. Everybody drawing back to the jammer line as we hit that 5 seconds. Oh my goodness.
That was incredibly fast from Whippity split.
Fletcher is out as well and is not too far behind.
This is going to be that game of who gets the front of the pack, who gets the points. Devon opting not to run away, but instead set up and get ready to offer that offense. Offer the offense. Blimey. I can do words.
Yeah.
1 point to Devon, 2 points to London. Brings your score 38 to Devon Roller Derby, 90 to London Roller Derby.
52 points difference. 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes 10 left on the clock. Joe Commotion and Casey Crusham.
Looking for a way through. Joe Commotion picks up. No, I thought that was a lead. That wasn't a lead. It is a lead now.
I believe the whistle was actually a penalty for Escate.
Escate, yes. Joe Commotion coming around now on that scoring pass. Whilst Casey Crusham has to fight those last London blockers to get out. Oh. Joe Commotion with 1 to pass, but that 1 is, I think that's Northern Lass.
And that's just not where you want to be.
No. Oh, and we have got a power jam. Casey Crusham off for a sit down in our penalty box for a high block penalty.
Great work from the London blockers. Just absolutely separating the Devon wall, making it considerably simpler for Joe to pass through and pick up those points.
And that is only Devon's second jammer penalty of the game, which is good. I mean, Devon playing a nice clean game so far, just the 10 penalties. And this is something that we noticed in London's earlier game. They had a bit of trouble with the penalty spiral. They had a little bit of trouble with jammer penalties, which really, I think, dictated the flow of that game. I'm going to go with Peter Parker is your lead jammer coming around now, very fast on a scoring pass. Ooh, everyone on the floor.
Yeah, Peter Parker taking no prisoners as she really throws some real effort and energy at those blockers in the pack, trying to shut her down.
I think we just saw a blocker sort of leap from Pandemonium to get into position there, which I enjoyed very much.
Crusham is back on track. 2 blockers left to pass now. I believe has just been issued an additional penalty.
Oh no.
A cut right at the end of the jam.
Having just remarked on how well Devon were doing on their jammer penalties, and now they've got 3.
That last scoring pass for London sees them over the century, 105 to 38.
Yeah.
Minute and change remaining of this first half.
And those couple of badly timed, I'm going to say, penalties for Casey Crushing means that this is their 3rd jam in a row now. Looks like Devon have opted to put out tea breaks as the pivot, a sensible choice. Give Casey someone to pass to who can take the start and jam with it. Confidently, if needs be. Fizz now coming around on that scoring pass.
Fizz taking a couple of hits, but does manage to kind of ride the momentum, reset and get through.
Yeah. So interestingly, if Fizz also plays with Dorset men's, there's a reasonable chance that some of the Devon skaters who skate with Kings of Block and Roll have played each other outside of this context. That's what I was going for there. They're playing currently as Devon and London. They've probably also played as Kings and Dorset. There we go. That's slightly more succinct than what I was trying to say. There is Casey Crusham, comes around, doesn't get to pick those points up. It is called off just slightly too fast.
Main thing is she's made it off track.
Yes, free from the penalty box to have a little sit down and a rest as we go into our half time.
And we finished the half with nobody in the penalty box, I believe. Nope, that is an empty box.
A lovely treat.
A lovely treat indeed.
A special treat. So we go into this half time. Devon Roller Derby on 38, London Roller Derby on 114.
Friends, we will be back with you in around about 12 or 13 minutes. We'll see you then for the conclusion of this bronze medal game for Tier 3 WFTDA aligned 5 nations.
Go forth, get a snack, get a drink, and see you right back here.
See you soon.
Welcome back, lovely people. I am Duke Special. I am still joined by the wonderful Snookians, and we've got some stats for you.
What's up?
We like stats. My favourite stat, most interesting stat, I think. So in that first half, London had 8 scoreless jams. Devon had 17. But
Sorry.
In the last 12 jams, they scored 1 point in 12 jams. That is phenomenal work from London Roller Derby.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, how many did you score in half of the game? 1. Can also tell you...
Just the 1 point, actually.
Just the 1 point in 12 jams. Devon had 7 leads. London had 18. None of these jams had no leads, so that's nice for everyone.
They were all allocated to somebody.
They were. And your highest scoring jammers on London, it is Fizz, with 52 of those 114 points. Lead in 6 out of 7 jams, 1 penalty. Meanwhile, for Devon, Whippety Split was your highest scorer with 15 points, 50% lead average, and no penalties, I believe. We've also got lovely average points per jam. Fizz's average points per jam, 7.43, versus Whippety Split's 2.5. We love a points per jam. Love a stat. Also, really delighted, as we came in, I realised that you can do points and stats to that sort of boots and cats rhythm. And then points and stats and points and stats. So if anyone wants to beatbox over that, I am free.
Yeah. Just realised that the audience absolutely doesn't need me doing some weird kind of points and stats beatbox ASMR something at what are we, 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon?
Or do we? Maybe that's exactly what the audience needed.
Points and stats, points and stats.
Points and stats, points and stats. We're doing well. We're doing great.
Yeah.
We're
super tired.
Don't know why you'd think we were tired.
No. As opposed to my customary 1 caffeine for the weekend, I've had 2 caffeines.
Oh, double the caffeine.
Yeah, and I'm still not great. But we are back into the action, which should pull me out of my reverie. And Fizz is your lead jammer. Whippety Split is working away at those walls.
Has made it out, is about a track length behind. Fizz now on that scoring pass. Ooh, went
that was a hell of a takeoff.
Forward, and I think they went off screen, but I believe that was a call it from the floor moment.
Yeah.
As Fizz went sideways.
Not entirely sure why, but as you said, call it from the floor. I've just got visions of Fizz like falling in full slow motion, calling the jam. Tell Cersei it was me.
Call it. Love it. Casey Cresham is up against Fletcher. Fancy stuff there from Casey Cresham.
That was 4 seconds to get lead.
That was a speedy lead. In the last time we saw London play today, we had a couple of like minute and a half to get lead. That's a fast lead for Fletcher.
Casey Cresham, one last block to pass, I believe that's Snatch.
I believe so, yep. Makes it out. And that is going to be a power jam. Looks like Fletcher is off for a forearms penalty. Off to go and join Pandemonium, their blocker, in the box. So this is an opportunity for Devon to get some points on the board if they can get Casey Cresham out. Not lead, so they can't call it, but they can enjoy these 30 seconds while they've got them.
And of course, because Fletcher was our lead jammer, this jam will run for the full 2 minutes, of which we have a minute remaining.
Yeah. Devon, they're opting to goat Cherry and rely on Casey Cresham's capacity to just push. Oh. Returning block of Pandemonium bounced off the back of Axel Toes.
We do have, may well get a bit noisy once again. Our final game for the weekend is starting on our other track as Fletcher heads back to the penalty box for a cut track.
I suspect that was an illegal re-entry causing a cut, which means that Casey Cresham gets another 30-second power jam. And I think, not sure whether or not Fletcher's going to be released by the end of this jam. We will find out. We don't think so.
There was about 20 seconds left when on the jam clock when Fletcher sat down. So unless Cresham gets a penalty, we have a switcheroo. That's going to be a power start for Devon.
And there is that ending whistle, so that will be the power start for Devon, and 9 points on the board for Devon Roller Derby. 4 more points stashed away there by Fletcher for London, who will now have to remain in the box, although standing, so we will be released very shortly. And Devon have popped out hot blocking beats to enjoy this power start, as London are going, okay, well, we're just going to take up the entire line, please. And that is a team timeout. No, official review.
Of course, once we have that information for you, we will pass it over.
Yeah, waiting for our lovely announcer extraordinaire, Tom Bowler, has gone in to find out the news from the official review. In the meantime, I think we should try and guess what we think it will be.
You want to speculate?
I love speculating, because once I got it right, and I've been riding high on that ever since.
I mean, now I want to know what it was that you speculated.
So it was at the LRR Badasses Brawl the other weekend, and someone called an official review, and I said, I think they want to officially review the contact that happened. I was like, it's the contact that was in turn 3, and I think I'm going to ask for it to be upgraded to a high block. And I was right. And the refs went, no, it wasn't a high block. If it was, we would have called it. Yeah. But I was right about the official review, and that was me for the rest of the day. I was like, I win at Roller Derby, actually. That's how that works. I have won.
At the end of the game, your current answer is like, oh, the winners, you're like, I think you'll find it was actually me.
I think in fact, it was me for correctly guessing what the team was going to officially review. So the official review, London are asking for their jammer to be released, as they say that there was 33 seconds on the clock when their jammer sat. I am predicting that the refs are going to go, no, there wasn't. But I don't know. Maybe they'll say yes. I have seen one successful review this weekend. I believe we've had 2 overall.
Yes. I witnessed a successful review on the gold medal juniors game, which I think means that Jono's had 2 successful reviews this weekend.
I'm not sure that should be permitted.
It's like somebody's put the penny in the guy.
Yeah.
We'll be hearing about it till Halloween.
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Probably for the next several years until it happens again.
Yeah.
We do love Coach Jono, who is the Team GB Juniors coach as well as coach of the Borderland Bandits and was benching for Rebellion.
Yes. Yeah, I believe the post I saw that he put up on Facebook after that game was, I've won an official review at playoffs. I'm done now.
Yeah, I can retire. I'm happy.
Yeah. Although I had a conversation with him about something before he left this afternoon, to which his wife Beck said, "You said you were going to spend less time with roller derby," and I was like, "Sorry, not sorry." That's my fault.
I'm going to presume that they lost their official review on the basis that Fletch hasn't been released, but we're just waiting for confirmation from the lovely Tom Boulder.
He's typing.
Type faster, Tom. You can't hear us, but type faster.
He's going to watch this back at some point and go, "Oh, good
what
Lord.
did they do?" The confirmation NSO says that they sat on 23 and have 7 seconds left to set. What stand official review lost.
So Power Jam start is now complete. Fletcher is out.
7 seconds have counted down. Fletcher returning from the box picks up lead.
So after all that, no, of course, official reviews can be used. However, teams should choose to use them.
Absolutely. Sometimes it is.
And if you feel that there is a discrepancy or something has been missed, absolutely.
Yeah.
Adjust.
So I have seen an official review one this weekend. It's always worth a go.
Absolutely.
Hot blocking beats with one to pass, but that one to pass is Pie and Smash, who is a lovely bit of chest blocking there. Just like nope. Big recycle. Nice bit of work there from Devon, stopping that recycle. But unfortunately, it looks like they have made their way through nonetheless. So hot blocking beats all the way back around the track there. Caught again now by a combination of Pie and Smash and Hop Hunter.
Hot Block and Beats has removed the helmet cover. However, their pivot is now considerably closer, but Fletcher have been knocked to their knees, opted to call it jam.
Yeah. So London starting this next one with a slight pack advantage. Dirty Ballerina starting off in the box, but standing, so not for long. Also, it occurs to me that a combination of Pie and Smash and Hop Hunter sounds like a great evening out at a slightly hipstery craft beer pub.
Absolutely.
Have a pint of Hop Hunter and some Pie and Smash, please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile on track.
Do you know what? I suspect we could probably make a lot of those pairings from roller derby names.
Absolutely. As Peter Parker is your lead jammer, that is a whole new game that I'm going to introduce now. Craft beer or roller derby name.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. T-brakes pushing against that front tripod of London blockers. They're all travelling laterally together. Peter Parker, though, knocked to the inside or recycled back by our pivot, I believe, is S-Kate.
Dirty Ballerina taking a seat in the penalty box and receiving another penalty as they arrive. I suspect that may have been for not exiting the track quick enough. Now sits them on 6 penalties.
Oh, a danger zone. Yeah, I think that's... we're seeing the codes D and I, so I believe that's a direction and then an illegal procedure, which in this instance we presume is going to be failure to exit the track sufficiently fast.
That brings Devon to 14 penalties, 6 of which are for one skater. There's another skater who has 2, and then a collection have 1 each.
So yeah, it's just one skater who's absorbing all the penalties for all the others. That's how it works, right?
Volunteerist tribute.
So that is going to be Joker Motion with lead jammer, but chased out by the Devon blockers. Now coming back, doing a lovely bit of offense just to try and get Whip to split free before reforming to recatch Joker Motion. And it's like, I really love the way that Devon are able to do that tool wall blocking, one facing forward, one facing backwards, and just sort of shunting each other into position back and forth. It's really nice.
Really nice hit there from Smooks.
Lovely stuff. Oh, bit of a tumble there for some of our skaters, but all good.
Some very big contact.
Yeah, I've said it before, I will say it again. I think being knocked onto your bum is the worst thing to happen in a game because it really hurts and also it's really funny. And then afterwards, I was like, it's like, my bum hurts.
Yeah.
No one gives you sympathy. Everyone goes, and you can't sit down on the drive home. It's worst of all possible worlds. It's the worst. Vengeance back with the star for London. We saw them in high rotation in the earlier London game. Getting a little bit more of a rest this time.
Well, that's 2 for 2 for Vengeance. Just the single jam in the first half. And out again now, but consistent leads.
Casey Crasham looking for way, but keeps being caught there on the back of the captain Snatch. Now joined by Cherry and Boudica in that tripod of doom. Ooh, massive hit from Cherry there onto 8-7 Kimmy Crusher. And I think that is going to be a back block penalty for Cherry.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's being issued as a forearms.
Yeah. I mean, arguably, being on track and everything, the refs have a better view of what's happening.
Yeah, of course.
Allegedly. Seems fake, but you know. We are just into a brief official timeout. Which is lucky as Devon have a slightly chaotic swap around of who's on track. So far, London have 100% of leads in this half. And that is 6 jams in. That's pretty good. 6 in a row.
Just to give you a quick update, the gold medal game over on track 2 between Manchester Royal Derby Valkyries and Big Bucks High Rollers at 19.5 minutes remaining. Scores are currently Valkyries 14 points, Big Bucks 26. Another low-scoring game.
Yeah, there's been a few low-scoring games this weekend. It's fun. And a lot of complicated maths.
So much complicated maths.
So much complicated maths. The maths were complicated enough in London's earlier game that I had to outsource my maths to a friend with a maths degree. So I texted him and said, Stuart, help, what am I doing? I'm stuck. And so, to be fair for his job, essentially does stats for Formula One. So I was like, you'll know how to deal with this. And he did. I was like, no, I can't maths this. Who do we know that can maths? There we go, pain by holding hand up. I should have texted you the maths. Looks like... No? Or is that, I don't know what's happening. No, the jam is back on. The skaters also seem to be like, we started? We started. Okay, let's go. Lead jammer status going to Jessasaurus. First, possibly second time out. First time out this game. I'm thinking of the earlier game. Jessasaurus, a cracking jammer for...
So swift.
So swift. And like a really powerful jammer. You know, some jammers are sort of very light on their feet, and they're like, haha, can't catch me. And some jammers are like, I'm gonna go there. Stop me.
Yeah,
you know,
deal with it.
Yeah, and obviously some are both, but that's the sort of the general division of jammers. And having benched a team and played against London last year, Jessasaurus was very much the jammer that we were like, we can't stop her. What do we do?
What do we do with this?
Let's put our biggest, scariest wall out. It's still not working.
Yeah.
I really enjoy a jammer that just goes, no, through.
I feel like I remember seeing Jess skating in like a bunch of sort of like mixed events when she first started playing and sort of like finding her feet. And it's been a super long time since I've seen her play, so it's wonderful to see her at this level, to see how far she's come. It's absolutely fantastic.
Definitely.
That she's really sort of coming to her own, and to see that she's such an established and clearly proficient skater.
Yeah, it's lovely. T-Breaks looking for a way through, slashing that star. The pivot coming in.
Oh, fake out.
That was a lovely fake out. And that's what I mean by the speedy light jammers. T-Breaks there with the massive cross-track lunge to get around Cherry and get themselves out there. Fletcher on that scoring pass goes, oh, T-Breaks is coming, I'll call it.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Really nice. Enjoyed that a lot.
Because I think pretty much the only reason we could tell that it had been a fake out was because of the angle that we've got.
Everyone else was like, oh, where's the bar?
Where's the star?
Yeah, but we have the eye in the sky view that allows us to see down upon our skaters. Something I find very interesting, having watched all of the London teams play, is that all four, I guess, of their teams favour that spread stance across the back line at the jammer line. It's working really well for them here. Once again, Fizz is lead. I think London so far with a 100% lead average in this half. Getting the thumbs up from producer Pablo there. A little chase out briefly from Smooks, but has to let go because you can only go so far from your pack.
Got to stay in the engagement zone.
Danger zone. Brief moment though where it looked like Devon were just having a nice skate along. Then went, oh no, we're playing a game. Oh. Do things, make a shape. That is once again called off. 8 more points on the board for London Roller Derby. Still none. And I think, no, we've only had one scoring jam for Devon this half. 9 points went on jam 2. That has been it so far. But Devon, still having a lovely time, enjoying themselves. And this is in their things. We asked them about their highlights of Five Nations. Devon said that their highlight was building friendships with other teams in their tier and having great fun regardless of the score. And I think they are still having great fun.
That's flipping wonderful.
Isn't it lovely?
I tell you what, this is one of my favourite things about Five Nations and kind of the format and everything. Is just the sportspersonship that it sort of engenders across everyone, and it really does help to kind of just
yes. Yeah. See, they're just
jammer,
like,
you took out a blocker, whistle went, hey, do you want a hand up?
Yeah. You good? We're good.
Yeah.
Now let's hit each other some more.
Smash.
The fun bit.
Yeah.
We love it. It's always fun.
It seems to be a thing, the sort of like the more physical the sport, the nicer the people.
Yes.
Or like the nicer the community.
Yes.
I'm sure that's not sort of like a blanket rule by any means. But from people that I've spoken to who do or are involved in multiple sports, that does seem to be a bit of an experience they've had, at least at sort of the grassroots level, where that is going to be the first lead jam we've had for Devon in this half. Hot blocking beats about a third of a lap ahead of Joe Commotion.
Ooh, big hit from Hot blocking beats, just like front to front there on Zip Hazard. Perfectly legal. And it's that hard sit down, it's the worst one, because then your bum hurts. 2 points on the board for Devon Roller Derby, and I think you can possibly hear the crowd going wild. They are excited.
Yeah, I can see a pocket of folks, possibly, I know one of them's definitely with 7, Roller Torrent.
Yeah.
I know that Devon were cheering for 7 yesterday.
Yes.
I know they're sort of they've got a nice kind of relationship.
Yeah.
And it's nice they've some of them have hung around.
It is delightful. That was beautiful footwork from T-Breaks. Like, just not even a full toe stop, like tiptoe toe stops.
So that's 2 leads on the bounce for Devon.
Phenomenal stuff from T-Breaks. Whoop. And a little leap coming in from our ref there to avoid being taken out by Black 6-6. And T-Breaks is just like, okay, right, we can do this. Just a quick 100-point jam. Let's be fun.
Sure.
We can close this.
Super cash. I mean, maybe go smart casual,
Yeah. But
linen slacks.
We have seen a 32-point jam, 3 of those in a row. If they were unanswered, you'd be back up in there. I know people hate it and go, oh, it's anybody's game, it's all to play for, but it really is in roller derby. You do get these big swinging moments. And that is going to be a call-off as Fletcher comes in, and they go, no, that'll do, that's good.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
Whippity split now, meeting Fizz on the jam line. And it is going to be a full complement of skaters on track.
A lovely treat. An empty box, just for a change.
I was trying to avoid saying it.
Too late, I've said it.
Yeah.
Jinx them all.
One of us was going to say it. There we go. So that first whistle wasn't a jam score whistle.
No, that is a jam round.
All right. All right. Fizz already up and scoring. And Whippity Split also out, forcing the call. Sandy Surfworks has picked up a penalty though.
Oh, that's a shame. Very much enjoying seeing Sandy Surfworks just having a great time blocking all over the shop. If you are staying here with us, we'll just give you a quick update from track 2. Currently, Manchester Roller Derby on 32, Big Bucks High Rollers on 39. Oh, it's a tight game. But it's fine because they've still got ages to go, so you can stay right here with us for 13 more minutes and then switch over. Casey Cresham up against Beta Parker, and it is Beta Parker who's out with lead, but Casey Cresham is about 10 feet behind and closing, and I think we're about to get a bit of a pack race as everyone tries to be the front. Beta Parker coming into the pack, flying backwards by the hips, calling off in midair. All the cool options. Just a little check in there on that Devon blocker, and you're right. Yeah, I fell back. I'm fine. I'm gonna hurt tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow's problem.
I mean, to be fair, just played a weekend of roller derby. I think that's
true.
Probably a given.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to hurt tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for different reasons.
Yeah.
Having a quick team timeout being taken by Devon. Looking, I think, to disrupt that London momentum as much as they can. Maybe get back the heady days of two lead jams in a row. Maybe the very just have a bit of breather. They played a lot of roller derby this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we're over 3/4 of the way through this game now. 12 minutes and 15 seconds remaining of this game.
Yeah. It's interesting because London coming into this having had essentially one game off, whereas Devon played this morning and have had most of the day to, recuperate, recover, and revitalise.
Yeah.
I was like, what's a third R? All of three. Just a little visitation now happening during the team timeout from the Devon bench, presumably to clarify something with our lovely head skating official says who.
Tournament weekends they're an experience.
Yeah.
And it's not something that all teams get the opportunity to experience and to work through and to figure out what is going to work for them on a regular basis or at all.
Yeah, definitely.
So like for some teams, playing multiple games in a weekend, Five Nations playoffs is the first experience they have of that.
Yeah.
So that pacing, it's difficult to try and find that sweet spot.
Yes, definitely. If they're able to bring a full roster of 20 or whether they're just working with, 12 to 15 very tired skaters by the end of the week, it all makes a difference.
Yeah. So timeout done and dusted. We're back to it. Joker Motion is your lead jammer. Hot Block and Beats is now going to be on a power jam because Joker Motion is going to take a seat in the penalty box for what I believe was a forearms penalty.
I think so, yeah. So looking like that, Devon timeout did the job. It has slightly disrupted London flow. Hot Block and Beats now on that power jam, and there will be 2 minutes. Hot Block and Beats coming in hard into the back of that London pivot there. That is going to be Black 1-4 Hot Hunter. Having a bit of a struggle. London doing a fairly effective... Oh, look at that shirt whip. Just clinging. Hot Block and Beats clinging tight to their blocker to stay in bounds and upright. They don't leave me. Really nice penalty kill though from London. Joker Motion already back on track, but doesn't land that hop. Big recycle back. Oh, again. I would have said it feels like a mistake to set up on the apex for Joker Motion, but not if you can just keep shunting them to the inside. Turns out that works quite well.
Penalties all round. Hop Hunter taking a seat for that big hit. I believe it was might have been out of play.
I think it might well have been Cursed T standing in the box, about to rejoin their Devon teammates. Dirty Ballerina sort of placing a hand.
Joe Commotion heading back to the penalty box for a back block. We are in the dying embers of this jam. So that's going to be most of a penalty still to serve.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a healthy power jam start.
Sturdy power jam start.
I like that, sturdy power jam start for Devon moving into this next jam.
Lovely stuff. So yeah, London starting with the slight pack disadvantage and that, obviously that power start. Which I always feel goes two ways, because on the one hand, you have the opportunity to do nothing but focus on your player and getting them out. But on the other hand, the other team has nothing to do but focus on stopping you. It goes two ways.
I feel like that's when it becomes beneficial to then have blocker penalties coming in there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, yeah, if you've only got, not only, but if you've got a power jam and the opposition is down blockers, then yes, everyone's focusing on you as the jammer. However, there's less of them focusing on you.
Yes.
So there's a better chance that your blockers working offensively, might be able to get you out.
Just as you can see, just in the bottom of our screen there, on the back leg of Cherry, the number 97, that is in memory of previous skater Scumbalina, who very sadly passed away this year.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, sorry. I said Cherry, it's Boudica. That makes more sense. I was like, I can see a 6'6".
You know that a number of people were moved by Scumbalina's passing.
Yeah, nice to be able to commemorate them in this game. That is going to be lead jammer to T-Breaks, who sees Joe Commotion and pulls it off.
And that's going to be a double donut jam, no points.
Oh. Very similar, I think it's an American term, goose eggs for 0-0. I hadn't heard that one before. It came up in a quiz I was doing and I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I guess that works, because zeros, the shape.
2 goose eggs.
Yeah.
If you're hearing a lot of noise coming from the other track, a brief score update. Manchester is on 47, Big Bucks also on 47.
8 minutes 40 remaining of the first half.
Things going to get loud in there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on our track, Fizz is your lead jammer and followed about a quarter of a track behind by Whippity Split.
That is a very loose pack.
It is.
It's condensing, but
very loose. Coming in fast. I would like to give Whippity Split my personal announcer award for the weekend for having the name that's the most fun to say. Whippity Split. Just really pleasing. Pleasing words. Because that's how I live my life.
I feel like there's something in the region of like onomatopoeia about it.
Yes, definitely. Can tell you once again that number 120, Fizz, responsible for very nearly half of those points on the board for London Roller Derby. 68 so far. Phenomenal jammer.
Vengeance still with that 100% success rate as a jammer.
Yeah. Coming into this, having played in high rotation jammer in the last game and scored many points, and now back doing more points.
Casey Crusham, tantalisingly close to exit the pack on what is now a power jam. Vengeance picking up a cut penalty. Crusham is out.
So Devon here opting to split themselves apart. I think get ready to make space to try and get Crusham through, make the most of this power jam. Oh, lovely work there, followed almost to the outside line by Snatch, but not quite far enough. Casey Crusham staying in on one toe stop, basically.
That was pretty impressive.
That was good stuff. bridging backwards, hanging onto Casey Crushings. Again, London really good at killing these power jams, just sitting down onto the opposing jammer and making their life difficult. Casey Crushing's trying to call it off, but is not your lead jammer. So now going, oh, that was a nice manoeuvre, using green 7-3 Escaped as a sort of battering ram slash whip combined.
Yeah, Crushing came, end up with some one-on-one blocking action up against Cherry. Did manage to come out and pass to get the points. Vengeance back on track as well. Oh, no blockers holding on the inside line. 2 blockers in the box for London.
Both Boudica and Snatch off for a sit down for a forearms and directional separately. No, I think that was our track. I just heard Snatch shout sorry to the bench. Sorry, Governor. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Whoops. So this is a fairly significant pack advantage to Devon Roller Derby, but London have put out Jessasaurus. As I said, their power jammer is how I think of Jess. And is exactly who I'd want out as my jammer if I was in a 4-2 pack situation. Oh, that was a big hit from Blocknez Monster. Goes out, reforms, knocks Hot Blocking Beats back, and Jessasaurus is your lead.
Yeah, Blocknez has picked up a clockwise direction penalty.
Yeah.
So going to take a seat in the box.
It's one of those penalties where you're like, I'm not saying penalties are worth it, but also worth it. It did get Jess out before it got the Devon jammer, whose name has just escaped me. Hot Blocking Beats, thank you.
And Dirty Ballerina is is a foul out. Has just picked up her 7th penalty for Devon.
So I believe we might be about to have a small official timeout whilst we admin that, but maybe not. Maybe actually they might have fouled out. No, we are in official timeout. I couldn't work out whether or not we needed to sub in the box there for Dirty Ballerina. I think that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, so Dirty Ballerina has fouled out, so it needs to be replaced in the box by... I think it's been replaced by Curse T. No, that is... Oh! No, replaced, I think, by Kimmy Crusher, the Devon captain. Dirty Ballerina for a well-earned sit down in the crowd.
That's fair.
T breaks on that inside line there. She does love that inside line. Just slightly bitten to it by Beta Parker.
Speed of getting out of the pack, though, is definitely going to pay dividends.
Yeah.
Especially in addition to the speed at which she's getting round the track, forcing that call for only 2 points for London.
Yeah, impressive work there from T breaks. And yeah, as you possibly heard over the microphone, the noise, or the shout, I should say, that no ref ever wants to hear, especially not in the last game of the day, of points. As everybody speeds up, and as especially the outside pack refs go, please don't, it's so far to go. Don't make us speed up. We have to go further than you in every game.
Yeah. And we're on for every jam.
We don't get to sit down. Blocknez Monster there taking an unintentional sit down on the track, but back up and skating, and Joker Motion is your lead jammer. Whippity split. Looking for a way through. Cool. Knocked to the inside there by Blocknez Monster. Goes to look on the outside instead. And then goes, maybe I'll go through the middle. What if I went through the middle? Unfortunately, Hop Hunter and High and Smash and Lil Leezy are also in the middle.
Everybody's in the middle.
Everyone's in the middle.
It's the place to be.
It is. We all hang out there together. Middle friends. A little bit of a pilot there. One of those brief stoppages where everyone's fine, they just need a moment to disentangle themselves.
Yes.
But that does look like that is going to be...
a star pass.
Ooh, a little star pass. That's a treat. Hop Hunter picking up a penalty for that collision there as Smooks comes around to the back and forces the call off.
Vengeance on the line with Casey Crushams. Can see just in the side of our shot to the left, photographer Paul Jones on photographing what is now his 601st game for roller derby.
The most important number of all.
Yes,
the 601st. Of course. Oh, and that looks like that is going to be a lead jump status goes to Casey Crusham. Someone has picked up an out-of-play block. Oh, it's Vengeance. This is a power jam to Casey Crusham, who bounds into the pack, bounces off the back of Pandemonium, picks up 4 points, comes around to do it again.
So that was an out-of-play block for...
It looked like it was an out-of-play hand signal for Vengeance, but I might be wrong. I'm getting a C. Illegal contact. No, I think that is. This is Devon's third lead of this half.
They're very rare, but they do happen.
They do.
The out-of-play block for jammers.
Oh, and now Casey Crusham picking up a backblock penalty, so we are going to have...
Jammer
switch.
We've
had jammer switch.
Yeah, it's happened.
So busy looking at what the letters meant that I was like, oh, it's already gone. So this will be a 2-minute jam for the next 9 seconds. That is London's 4th jammer penalty of the half. They had 4 in the first half. Hopefully they can keep it to just the 4 in this half. I say hopefully, I've just looked at the period clock and it's at 0, so they will.
Oh, goodness.
Time flies when you're having fun. London, I think, opting to run this to the bitter end because they can. Casey Crusham with another penalty. As of course, as producer Paper points out, they've both had a penalty, so they have to run it to the end of the 2 minutes. They don't get a choice in that.
Yeah.
Casey Crusham sat in the box. Power jam for Vengeance in the closing seconds of this game.
Well, that'll be full time then.
That'll be full time. Unofficial final score sits at 70 to 201, which means I can now tell you a fun fact. Every game that London have won at this Five Nations season, they have won by a margin of at least 100 points.
Ah. There you go.
Yeah, sometimes more. We're just waiting for confirmation, and that is our official final score. 70 points to Devon Roller Derby, 201 points to London Roller Derby, who will take home the bronze medal.
Congratulations.
Well done, London. And that is your final game of Track 1 for this Five Nations playoffs weekend.
It is.
We recommend you switch over to Track 2, where there is an exciting game ongoing between Manchester Roller Derby and Big Bucks.
We definitely do. There's just under 2 minutes remaining of the first half. Scores currently sat 54 to Manchester, 68 to Big Bucks. So you've still got another half of that to go.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fantastic, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for everything that's been so far this weekend. Thank you to all of our vendors, our fantastic officials, all of our volunteers, our tournament heads, both announcers and officials, Five Nations directors, and everyone who's played any kind of part in getting this involved, as well as our incredible stream hosts, real-time events. Without any of you and your wonderful selves at home, none of this could happen. So thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I have been and will continue to be Duke Special.
I have been and almost certainly will continue to be Snoogans.
We have been joined by the lovely Painbow. Good night.
Thanks, folks.